Yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Xblick right here with you guys with the 5th part to What If Deku was isekai'd to That Time I Got Reincarnated as a slime. Now, if you guys do enjoy this part, be sure to absolutely smash that like, subscribe, all of that jazz, and yeah, so just remember, God is awesome, you guys are too, and yeah, I just want to thank you guys for clicking on this video. So anyway, let's just get rid of the, just go past the intro and just get straight into this epic what if, which is, what if Deku was isekai'd to the Tensei world. Let's go! Now, before this part does start up, I do have to apologize for not uploading for like a week or whatever. I have just started back at school, so I have kind of been hard on that, but I do have a like week or so break for kind of mock exams. So yeah, anyway, I just want to say sorry about that, but hopefully I should get about 3 videos up this week, and yeah, so hopefully I'm able to do that. If not, then well, sorry. But anyway, let's just get straight into the recap. Now, where we last left off, pretty much all the kind of Kijin and all that joined Rimuru, and pretty much they all became his kind of subordinates for a small time, and everybody kind of just, you know, like prepared for the kind of orc attack as they'll get ready for that, and that's pretty much where we left off. Like, I'm not going to make it a very drawn out one this time, because being honest, I can't really remember what happened last time. So yeah, anyway, let's just get straight into the story. So where we're going to start off this part is 4 days later. 4 days after pretty much all the training and the preparation, they leave towards the Lizardman Kingdom. Pretty much all of the Forest of Jura, kind of Rimuru's people, they have all started to go towards, sorry if you can hear my squeaky chair, I've got a squeaky chair. So yeah, anyway, they do all prep and like they leave towards the Lizardman Kingdom. As they are kind of trottling along, getting ready, pretty much Apollyon has just created a firewolf. Like, I don't know if he's got an actual wolf, but he's just created a firewolf. Like, why not? Let's just give him that ability. He can just create a firewolf. So he created a firewolf, and that kind of happens. And as they're kind of trotting along, Sowei kind of informs them all, saying that there's a kind of lizard person, like lizard man, fighting a bunch of orcs. As he goes in to intervene, and as they all kind of arrive to see what's going on, they realize that, yeah, he left no fun for them. So, pretty much after that, they do go up to see the lizard person, and this is the captain of the Lizardman Guard, the female lizard person, as she's quite injured, as, pretty much Rimuru goes along and gives them a, gives them a healing potion, as, they then pretty much create a pact between the kind of Rimuru's place, his entire kind of kingdom or village, and the lizard people pretty much create an alliance between them, as the kind of daughter of the king being the ambassador, I guess you could call it. So after that, Sowei goes with the kind of captain of the guard as they go to talk to people. go to save the Lizard King. Sorry, I'm way out of it. I haven't done this in like a week, so I'm kind of tired. But yeah, anyway. So after that, they kind of go. Soe goes with the captain of the guard to go save the Lizard King. As pretty much after this, Gabiru, we're gonna cut over to the fight between Gabiru, his lizard people, and the orcs. As Gabiru is getting manhandled, he's just getting demolished by this orc general. As he's fighting, as he does the as they both do massive attacks, Gabiru sends a massive water hydro pump kind of attack towards him, and the general sends an air blast thing towards him. As Gabiru goes in to kind of attack him, as he gets pretty much whacked away. As when this happens, the orc general walks up to him and pretty much laughs, saying, "Prepare to die, lizard. Stay on the ground where you belong." As he brings his axe down, as he hits something, but it's not the lizard man. As the dust kind of clears, as he just sees Apollyon holding the axe, just holding the axe blade, as he's kind of holding it. It has cut into his hand a little bit, but not too bad, as he's just holding onto the blade. As the general's like, what, how, who are you? You weren't here before. As Apollyon just grips onto the kind of axe, shattering it. As after that, the general kind of steps back, as Apollyon just punches the general, as he sends him skidding back. As pretty much after this, kind of things like big black orbs start forming around the thing, like not orbs, but kind of domes, like semicircle dome kind of things start forming, as a bunch of the orcs start just getting murdered by these like giant domes of death. As this is happening, the general's like wondering, like, what's going on? Like, what is going on? Like, who is doing all this? I must finish this off so I can defeat or destroy whoever is doing this. As pretty much this is when Ranga and Gobta arrive. As kind of the general says, "You may be strong, Solarian, but you are not stronger than me. You got me off guard, but you are nothing compared to me. You and this little goblin and weak little dog have pretty much you you, the goblin and the weak little dog, will pretty much not be able to do anything to my master, to my king." As pretty much Ranga steps up, he's like, "You dare call me weak?" As he starts pretty much growing his size, his eyes go red, he's just raging out. As Apollyon, he starts stepping back, he's like, yep, this is my cue to leave. So he kind of just short distance transmissions away from that position, as he turns around to see just hurricanes, tornadoes, and lightning just striking down, as the general just gets incinerated by Ranga, and yeah, he becomes the Tempest Starwolf. As pretty much after this, Apollyon starts like fighting orcs, just absolutely ending them, creating massive craters. As he goes around, as he finds another general, as this general like charges towards Apollyon. Apollyon kind of just appears behind the general, punching him in the back of the skull, sending him flying, as he just appears in front of the general again and grabbing him by the face and slamming him down to the ground, as he says, "Firestorm," as he incinerates the general. As that kind of happens, as he then goes back up, as he says, firestorm again, as it just incinerates a massive kind of just battalion, like, I don't know, like thousands of orcs just in one attack, as pretty much a bunch of orcs have just been murdered. As after this, Rimuru kind of does his whole talky thing in their heads, as he says that, yeah, I've found the Orc Lord, and yeah, like, yeah, come to my position, as they will go to the Orc Lord, as they then see a giant meteor coming kind of towards them, but it's like a magic meteor, as this guy kind of lands down, as he says, "You getting in the way of my plans. How dare you? You're not supposed to be here." As this is Gelmud, a guy with a plague mask and weird elf ears. As, yeah, so he kind of arrives, as he pretty much does his whole thing. Like, he does his whole talking thing saying, "How dare you? You, like, blah, blah." I don't know what he says, I'm sorry. I don't go that in depth, but yeah, he does his whole thing as he goes into attack Gabiru, as Gabiru's kind of follower, his yes people, get in the way as they get hurt, and then Rimuru isn't that loving, as Rimuru comes along and saves kind of Gabiru, as after that Gelmud is like freaking out, like, "What? How are you so strong?" As he tells Geld, or the Orc Lord to say, he says like, "Geld, kill this man," like, blah blah blah. As the Orc Lord brings up his sword and slices Gelmud's head off. As he goes down and starts to eat Gelmud, as everyone just like hurls back, like, "Oh, that's disgusting, like, what?" As after this, the Orc Lord becomes the Orc Disaster. As after this, pretty much she jumps up and does her whole attack. She starts attacking him as she gets slapped away. As Hakuro, he does his whole decapitation thing, and that doesn't do a lot. He kind of regens from it. As Soe strings him up, and Benimaru kind of sends a giant fire orb towards him, kind of blowing him up. But that doesn't do a lot, as Ranga does his lightning attack, and that does hurt the Orc Disaster a little bit. As after this, Apollyon, he kind of just short distance transmissions towards the, like, in front of the Orc Disaster, as he punches him square in the solar plexus, punching him down as he jumps up, as he does like a spinning heel kick, kicking the Orc Disaster square in the head, as he sends helio chains towards the Orc Disaster, and does a barrage of punches as he pretty much helio chains him and grapples him up. As he's holding them, tightens him up, as he says, "Firestorm," and blasts a massive torrent of white fire towards the Orc Disaster, burning it considerably, but not enough. As the Orc Disaster heals up pretty much instantly, as he breaks out of Apollyon's chains and pretty much swings his sword at Apollyon, which Apollyon kind of, I guess, like, shields against it as he gets knocked back. As Rimuru starts fighting the Orc Disaster, as Great Sage does its whole Great Sage mode, and Rimuru goes along and eats the Orc Disaster. Pretty much the same thing as canon. Like, I know you guys may be thinking, like, what, like, Apollyon's OP, why can't he defeat the Orc Disaster? He's OP, he's just not that OP. So, I have to put some restraint on him. If I ever do a remake, or not a remake, but like a different type of this story, which I do have in my mind, he will be the most broken character in the show, don't worry. But, yeah, so, after that, kind of, Apollyon, he evolves pretty much right there. So he evolves into a Helion, which pretty much he gets stronger. His hair turns into like a bright orange color, but it also has like flares of kind of, what would you call it? Kind of sparks and like bits like down the bottom, like the root of his hair is a royal blue, but then it turns into a bright kind of amber orange color, as his eyes are a orange color with kind of the very innards of his iris being this navy or royal blue. As he's pretty much grown in size. He's probably, how tall was he before? Like, let's say 6 foot now, maybe. Let's just say that. Or like a little bit shorter, like 5'10", maybe. Around that. Let's just say that. As he gets to about there, as he's got cool as kind of tattoo thingies, but like, yeah, they're like orange and made of fire. There you go. That sounds cool. Sorry, that was completely off the top of my head. Like, this is all kind of like bullet pointed scripts. That just came off the top of my head. Like, I'm sorry. But yeah, so he kind of has like these cool kind of spiral tattoo kind of things around him, but they're like a glowing amber and orange kind of color with little bits of it being royal blue. As after this, he also gains the extra skill Shining Fire, which pretty much creates an intense light as bright as the sun, which he can use in dire situations and can leave 2nd to 3rd degree sunburns on a person. So, there you go. And if you stare directly at it, you can also be either temporarily or permanently blinded, depending how long you look at it. But there you go. And yeah, so after that, there is a meeting between like all the races of the Great Forest of Jura, as Rimuru is kind of the president of the Jura Forest Alliance, and then he becomes the Chancellor of the Jura Forest Alliance, and he also is pretty much given control and takes in the orcs and takes on their sins. And that is where I'm going to end off this one. Yeah, I've kind of ran out of ideas. I just don't really have a lot left on my script. So, anyway, that's where I'm going to end this part off. Sorry that you're not going to get a few more parts. I was going to make this like an hour or so of recording and then cut them up. But, oh well, I was kind of under stress thinking like, I haven't uploaded in a week. I need to upload. Oh! So, yeah, that kind of happened. So, sorry about that. But yeah, anyway, so, yeah, so pretty much I'll try and get some more videos up to you. I'm pretty free this week, so I should be able to get a couple more videos up to you. So, anyway, there you go, and, yeah, so I'm gonna leave this off here. Be sure to like, subscribe, all of that jazz, and what else? God is awesome. Remember, God is awesome. You guys are too, and yeah, let's just see you guys next time. You are awesome. See ya.